So it was 2009. I was leaving the country for just the second time in my life. And I still remember this moment. I was flying from Buenos Aires to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, for the Carnival celebration. I'd saved up all my vacation time. I begged my boss to let me use all 2 weeks of it to go to the Carnival celebration with my best friend Ryan. We'd only taken off about half an hour prior, and all of a sudden, plane starts going like this. And then it starts going like this. And we're sitting in the back, and we happen to be next to these two girls from New Zealand, and they are just starting a 2-year round-the-world trip. It was like their 4th day. And all of a sudden, the plane was moving so violently that the drink cart, which was right next to them on the aisle, completely tipped over. Red wine all over this girl's white outfit. And you know what she did? Laughed so hard. The stewardess was absolutely mortified, was freaking out, and she said, "Don't worry about it. It's just clothes, no big deal. I've got a story to tell." That whole trip was one of the defining moments in my life. I still remember that story, and I remember the next 2 weeks very vividly. How we danced in the carnival parade. We hung out on the beach in Ipanema drinking coconuts. We went hang gliding over the city. And I still vividly remember the moment that I decided I needed to make a change. This whole finance thing wasn't working out real well for me. I wanted to do something different, and if it weren't for that trip, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you now. I truly believe that we all only have a handful of defining moments in our life. The moments that completely shape where we've been and what comes next. As I'm talking about defining moments, I want you to think about some of the ones in your life. What are the moments that, for better or worse, have completely shaped and changed the trajectory that you're on? Less than a year after that trip to Brazil, I made good on my goal for a change. I started Location Rebel. I sold my car. I quit my job. And I moved to Thailand to go work for a stranger from the internet that I had never met before. And that was another defining moment in my life. We spent the first 3 weeks when I was down there on the beaches, partying in some of those beautiful places on earth. But then during the days we worked and we got stuff done. And over the course of the next 7 months living in Thailand, I grew this business. I grew Location Rebel. I built a brand. I built a blog, which again, if I hadn't have done that, who knows where I'd be. In 2014, on the same day of my 29th birthday, I bought a house and I got engaged. Both of those things were absolutely terrifying for someone who's built a whole brand around the idea of location independence, working from anywhere, freedom, flexibility. Now I had a mortgage and a wife or a fiance. That defining moment, which I thought might define my business and everything I created in a negative way, only enhanced it. I traveled more. I traveled some with a partner, which made everything that much more fulfilling when we can talk about the time that we spent 2 months traveling around the world, volunteering at a panda reserve or going to Oktoberfest, which is another one of those defining moments in 2017 when we took a sabbatical and went all over the place. 2020 has been, by all accounts, a dumpster fire. It has been a mess. Even the people that 2020 has been good for, it really hasn't been that good. This year has been unlike any year I've had in my lifetime. And frankly, it may be unlike any year I have in my life in the future. And when you have unique situations like that, you're met with unique opportunities. So where we're at right now, as a world, as a society, I truly think this is a defining moment. I think we're gonna look back years from now, and there's going to be a lot of very successful people that have been made through these times because they recognized the opportunity and they said, hey, there's a global shift happening here. And when that happens, there's opportunities. The question is, are you going to see the opportunities? And are you willing to take action when an opportunity presents themselves? When I had the chance to go to Brazil or move to Thailand or get engaged, I saw those opportunities and I acted on them. And the scary thing is a lot of people won't act on the opportunities and those defining moments when they do come up. And unfortunately, that's when the defining moment, instead of being a positive one, can turn into a negative one. So the whole point of this video is just to say, hey, right now could be a very important moment in time for you. I know it's certainly an important moment in time for me, And I have a feeling that in 2021, and well, for the rest of my life, it's gonna be some pretty big changes. So for you, what are you gonna do about it?